Good morning and welcome all B.Sc. third year students of Fishery Science in online lecture series of semester 6th, paper number 15. In this paper 15, up to we have studied different aspects and from different units. From first unit we have seen terms in economics, principles of fishery economics, then demand schedule, law of demand, elasticity of demand, inelasticity of demand, demand curve, then supply. Both these two, demand and supply, these are to be important in marketing. Then in next point we have completed the market, traditional fish market, modern fish market, characteristics of marketing, then facilitating function, then functions of physical supply, then price structure, storage, distribution, warehouses. All these aspects, all these points, these are to be studied. Then from unit 3rd we have seen study of fish cooperative society in India, and from this unit 3rd study of fish cooperative society in India we have seen the important point, that is the organs of cooperative. And in these organs of cooperative, the 4th point which is to be have seen started, that is the treasurer. In first period we have seen that what is the duties of treasurer, which are the work of treasurer, and which are the books or which are the document which is to be keep updated, daily documents by treasurer. Just we have heard the name khata book, ledger, then we have heard the name, that is bank passbook. All these documents, these are to be keep safe nearby these treasurer, and that's why the financial head officer of the cooperative society is the treasurer, and this treasurer, these are to be active, brilliant, then smart working, and these are to be a positive thinking person. These are to be further proceed the cooperative society, and hence treasurer is important. Today we have seen the another aspect of this treasurer, that is the monthly activities of the treasurer. What is the monthly activities of treasurer? Tracking funds. Those funds which is to be tracking by the cooperative society, these funds, these are to be done. These funds, these are to be collected by these treasurer, and that's why these monthly activities, that is tracking funds, maintain a permanent record to track a cooperative society income, maintain a permanent record to track a cooperative society income, maintain a receipt which is to be prepared by the members, maintain disbursement which is to be performed by the members. Means all these activities which is to be daily and monthly, these are to be performed by members, it is to be maintained by the treasurer. Submit written report for board of meeting. Those are the incoming annual income, those are the outgoing, means daily usage, daily investment, these are to be written in a book and submit a written report for board of meeting. Then detailing income and expenses since in last meeting, detail expenses, these are to be given, daily expenses report, these are to be performed, expenses report, these are to be performed. दिवसाचा दररोजचा लेखाजोखा ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये म्हणतो, आवक आणि जावक. आज आवक आली किती आणि आवक गेली कुठे गेली आणि कुणाला चेक दिले. ऑल दीज daily detail expenses, these are to be written, and this duty is to be performed by the treasurer. Collecting funds in favor of cooperative society, in favor of members, these treasurer, these are to be collected, ensures money are counted by 2 cooperative society members using cash counter member, and one is the verification forms. Means one is the cash counter member and second is the verification form. Receive funds collected by other cooperative society. Receive other funds by volunteers, receive fund by volunteers. These volunteers, these are to be give funds to the cooperative sector in number of occasions and number of cases. Issue receipt to these volunteers means to take the money in favor to give the receipt to these volunteers. Make deposit of money, make check immediately in a cooperative society bank account and to maintain the updating bank accounting. Retaining deposit slips to keep these slips in a meeting and to maintain its data, to maintain its, that is how the money these are to be incoming and how the money these are to be outgoing, which data these are to be collected, deposition data these are to be done, insurance these are to be performed in favor of members of cooperative society, and that duty these are to be performed by the treasurer. Disbursing funds, those funds these are to be available, that funds these are to be disbursing means receives item bills, those funds these are to be available, those funds these are to be given by state government, those funds these are to be given by central government, on which these funds these are to be utilized, how the fund these are to be utilized, which are the slips, what is the bills, then slips, whether these are to be originally taken slips or only duplicate slip these are to be taken, means again that is sell and buying these different product and these different activities, receives atomized bills, sell slips and invoices for payment of check. These invoices these are to be keep regularly done by these members, and with this disbursing fund these are to be prepared by the treasurer. Then prepares authorization for payment, prepares slips, that slip these are to be given to the members, the slip these are to be given to the volunteers, slip these are to be given to the those members these are to be asking for the payment slip, asking for the money deposition slips, asking for the insurance or deposit or verification. All these slips these are to be given by these treasurer. Then signed by the president in accordance with these president, vice president and secretary. Those slips these are to be given to the members, slip these are to be given to the cooperative co-members or the other members. These disbursing funds these are to be done. These different duties these are to be performed by the treasurers. Issues checks with 2 signatures to pay bills as directed by the board or association. Issues checks with 2 signatures to pay bills as directed by the board or association. Then recaps a cooperative society check, recaps a cooperative society check book up to date and show the current balance. What is the replace those checkbook these are to be completed, new checkbook these are to be taken, old checkbook these are to be misused, then mishandling, these are to be clear, receipts these are to be done, means current balance, current updating passbook these are to be done by the treasurer. Then reconciles monthly bank statement promptly, those data, those bank deposition, those bank transaction these are to be done, these are to be reconciles monthly bank statement promptly. Track membership dues collected and remits per capita dues to the council, to the district cooperative society, to the regional federation or to the primary society, means track the membership, those members these are to be paid the fees, those members these are to be due fees, collect these fees, repayment these fees or per capita fees these are to be offered, dues these are to be done on behalf of council, on behalf of the district federation, on behalf of the regional federation. These duties these are to be performed by the treasurer. Then annual task. What is the annual task of treasurer? Annual task of treasurer is important. Treasurer these are to be performed annual task. Annual task. What is the annual task of the treasurer? Chairs budget committee. When a budget committee, these are to be arranged. At that time, this treasurer, these are to be chair the budget committee and prepare budget for adaptation of association. Whenever the budget committee, these are to be arranged, at that time, on this budget committee, treasurer, these are to be chair budget committee and prepare budget for adoption by the association, present written report for each association meeting throughout the year. Throughout the year, this treasurer, these are to present the written report for each association meeting throughout the year, detailing income and expenses since the last meeting or last year, which detail income these are to be earned, which are the expenses these are to be done, and these detail income and expenses these are to be properly done, and then with the help of auditors it can be checked and to take the certificate from the auditors on behalf of cooperative society. All these activities, these are to be truly fair and these are to be transparent. There is no any malpractice, there is no any misuse of these income, these money, this certificate. These are to be important to prepare and to perform the work of these cooperative society president, vice president as well as the treasurer. That's why this written document, it is to be essential and it is to be prepared by the treasurer. Prepares an annual financial report. Treasurer, these are to prepares an annual financial report covering the current fiscal year, covering the, that is, those are the losses, those are the fiscal deposit, how the loss these are to be occur, तूट किती आहे किंवा तूट भरून काढण्यासाठी आपल्याला काय करावं लागेल. फॉर दॅट पर्पज, विच आर द फिजिकल डिपॉझिट, विच आर दीज डिफरंट कंडिशन, these are to be put forth by the treasurer. Ensure taxes and report required by the cooperative society by laws. Which are the taxes these are to be deducted, which are the taxes these are to be applied on the members of the cooperative society by laws, by rules. Then which are the insurance or federal and state government which is to be apply the some insurance, some taxes. These taxes, insurance and state government or federal insurance, these are to be submitted due dates, and there send the following different document from the council, from the cooperative society or district society. This work is to be done, this duty is to be done by these treasurers, and that's why these annual tasks, these are to be performed, these are to be done by the treasurer. Again, another annual task, these are to be given by the treasurer. Unit budget, regularly or monthly, quarterly budget, these are to be done by the treasurer. Sometime 6-month budget, these are to be given. It is called as interim budget. Whenever the cooperative society, these are to be dismissed. Whenever there is a natural calamity, these are to be occur, such as storm, natural calamity, these are to be occur, such as complete water bodies, these are to be flooded out, no seed, these are to be available at that time. In such condition, that is unit budget, these are to be prepared. Sometimes government to give a natural calamity budget. At that time, how much budget these are to be given, discuss with president, vice president, directors and all members, and then budget these are to be prepared, and that budget these are to be submitted to government officers. That's why unit budget these are to be done. Semi-annual budget, these are to be prepared. Then 6 months or the semi-annual budget, these are to be prepared, and this budget these are to be submitted in the meeting. Payment for insurance premium, how much payment these are to be given to the different sector in favor of premium, which premium these are to be deducted by the cooperative society in favor of employees, in favor of members, in favor of the president, vice president, CEO, means all these premium of insurance, these are to be clear cut, these are to be noted by the treasurer. Funds collected for the Founders Day and free will be offering. Those funds these are to be given by state government, funds these are to be given by state government, funds given these are to be given by NGOs, funds these are to be given by central government. All these funds, their document and their update data, these are to be performing. Update data, these are to be done by these treasurers. Workers consumption annual report. Those employees, those workers, these are to be working. Employees, these are to be performing duties. These consumption annual report, these are to be performed. And this annual report, in this annual report, how much amount these are to be used and how much amount these are to be left for the different social welfare, for the extension services, for the budgetary provision, these are to be done. Budgetary session, these are to be done by these treasurers. Then copies of federal and state tax filing and government reporting forms. Copies of federal, copies of state tax, copies of state tax, and copies of government reporting forms. These are to be provided, these are to be supplied. Copy of registration of renewal fees, copy of registration of renewal of submission of the, that is rent of water bodies, copy of registration of the SID, that is RRF renewal of, that is registration renewal of cooperative society first, register or registration renewal of cooperative society second, field with the state cooperative society, general society, general registry of charitable trust. Means all these duties, all these work, these are to be performed by the treasurers. Submit financial record for audit, submit financial record for audit semi-annually or annually when a financial officer or check signature is replaced, and when it is to be directed by directed president or vice president or auditors, it can be demand to submit ledger book. Auditor, these it can be demand to submit receipt book. Auditor, it can be demand to collect fees books, that is the share capitals. All these documents, these are to be submitted whenever auditor, these are to be demand and check these documents. It is the duty of these treasurers. Preserves financial records as indicated in the cooperative society. Those cooperative society, these are to be performed. To these documents, these are to be preserved for long time, up to 10 years, up to 15 years in a strong documentary room, and these cooperative society retain office and toolkit to pass on to the next treasurer. Means all these clear data, these are to be transferred. Whenever new treasurer, these are to be appointed, at that time clear procedure, these are to be done. Those are the expenses, those are the investment, and those are the incoming. All these are to be collected, these are to be chosen, and clear toolkit, these are to be passed to the next treasurer with bank account, with bank statement, and this duty, these are to be done by the treasurer, and hence this treasurer, these are to be important and perform the key role in a cooperative society. With this, we have completed the important organ of cooperative society, that is the treasurer. In next page, we have seen the next organs of cooperative society, that is the members. Thank you, all of you. Here we have completed role of treasurer, duties of treasurer, and responsibilities of treasurer.